Hi guys, welcome to my channel, and this is the first ever review I'm doing, so let's jump into it. As you can see, today I'm looking at the Bandai Tamashii Nations SH Figuarts Tenshinhan and Chaoz figure. So this is the new figure that came out, first ever TN figure I've ever had. So let's jump into it and see what it's all about. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to give you guys a quick close-up look of the box. It's quite simple. It's just like the new line of SH Figuarts boxes. It's pretty simple, easy design. I quite like it. Probably one of my favorite designs, to be honest with you. The box is not bulky. It's really thin box. So I really like that. It fits both figures into it. So yeah, pretty easy, simple box. In case you are looking to pick up one of the boxes, you know, the first thing you'll look at to make sure it's a real figure, look at the stamp here, look at the stamp here, and obviously you're going to make sure it says Dragon Ball Z. You know, I've seen some figures when I was looking to buy this one saying Dragon Ball Super, but it's clearly not a Dragon Ball Super figure. Apart from that, when I bought this one, no packaging issues, nothing. I bought this one from Mexico City. Had it just basically brought it in my hand luggage. Had it wrapped quite well as well. And obviously I'll leave a link for the place I picked it up from as well. But yeah, looks pretty simple and easy design. Looks pretty good as well. I'm going to get into this figure now. So just before I have this bad boy laid out, I'm going to just go through the accessories real quick. I'll take the accessories out as well, and I'll do some head swaps, some hand swaps. But yeah, Chaoz comes with his own little hands here. TN, different faces and hands. And these is obviously connectable hands. So you take off both right and left hand, and you connect the tri-beam hands together, and then you get a cool pose. So that's just a figure, and I'm going to take it out now. So here we go, we're looking at Chaoz and TN. Honestly, I really like this figure. I think this is going to be a short video because there's nothing really to complain about. I love the fact that they had a fully articulated Chaoz there. You know, it just means that I basically get two figures in one box. It looks really good. Chaoz, I'm probably more impressed by the way Chaoz looks than TN. It's not that there's nothing wrong with TN, it's just that Chaoz, he just looks great. You know, the little guy, he's just standing there. It looks like I'm doing some crazy pose for him, even though he's just standing there. So I really like that. TN itself, I think the size difference is good. Maybe Chaoz could have been a little bit shorter, but I don't know if they could have made a shorter figure and have him articulate the way he does. So yeah, he looks really good. Let's take him off and I'll give you guys a closer look at the figure, and then we'll do some articulation as well to give you an idea of what's good, what's bad. All right, I'm going to start with TN, obviously. It looks really good, honestly. Only thing here, right in the middle of the chest, there's this little mark. I don't know if it's supposed to be there, but looks great anyway. Don't really care. I'm looking at it, unless I'm actually looking for it. Even if I did, it doesn't really matter. But yeah, it looks good. Figure itself, all the paint app looks good. It looks consistent, so which is something I like. Obviously, the original TN, I never had it. I had a chance to look at it once. Face didn't look too great. I unfortunately can't do any comparisons, but I'll probably compare with the Yamcha in the back and maybe do a size comparison with Super Buu over there. But apart from that, TN looks really, really good. Only thing that I find a bit annoying is these right on the back of the knee. Like, ugh, it just looks ugly. So if I do have him on display, for example, I've got him on display, even just looking at that, it looks crap. I don't know, maybe they could have covered it up with something. I guess they needed it for the articulation of the knee. But yeah, that's the only thing with the figure that I have an issue with. Apart from that, it looks all right. To do some articulation with the guy, articulation looks good here on the arm. You can bring it down a little bit as well. Same thing on here. Bring it up, bring it down, all the way to the back. This area, this part of this uniform will restrict the articulation, but it's not that deep. It's all right. Same thing here. You can go a bit further back because nothing's restricting it. Head, left, right. Decent movement, I'll be honest with you. Decent movement, not the best. It's all right. I don't want to do anything crazy because this is my personal copy. This is my first ever TN, so I'm going to be okay, bit easy with it. Articulation on the knees. Again, I'm not going to go super all the way back because this is my personal one. I don't like the figures getting loose. But yeah, same thing with the other knee as well. The knees are pretty strong knees, to be honest with you. Like, yeah, it's a bit hard to articulate. Maybe because of that, just because of this part here on the back. And again, his ankles here, decent movement here as well. So yeah, articulation looks good for the figure. I'm going to bring up Chaoz. That's going to be super quick as well. And then we'll show you guys some head changes, some hand changes, and then I'll do a final posing. So for Chaoz here, there isn't too much to go over. I would say be really careful with him. He does look really good. Like, bring this guy up to the camera, you know, get some focus on him. He looks really good, honestly. If you, to be honest with you, he looks a bit like a statue. But then you've got these annoying parts here in the back as well that give him that decent... The articulation isn't even great, to be honest with you. He can't even go like... His knee looks like it's just bent to one side. But apart from that, ooh, gotta be careful. Apart from that, he looks good. It looks decent figure. Again, articulation very, very similar to TN. But I won't really be articulating this guy or posing him too much. Probably just have his hand up, something like that. But that's what I like about him, you know. You can just do these simple poses and he'll look great. There aren't any, like, you know, inconsistencies in the paint, which I like. I really like, you know, the head. I like the facial expression. You know, I wish they kind of gave us like a different face, maybe like a scared look or like a fierce attacking look. But they just gave us one face, but you can't really complain, you know, you're getting two figures in one. So that's all right. Okay, so I'm going to start with just a hand change for Chaoz. Piece is super, super small and fragile, so just be a bit careful with it. You don't want to lose these pieces as well. And obviously, SH Figuarts, they don't give you like the extra peg in case you break the peg on the figure. So just be a bit careful with that. I have had instances where the peg on the figure has broken, but luckily this was obviously when the figure was when like a specific figure was released, and I was able to just buy another one. But don't really want to be doing this. Don't want to be going back to Mexico just to buy another figure. But yeah, that's just the change on Chaoz. And again, this is why I'm not going to be articulating it too much, because I nearly broke the figure. So you want to just do something like this. So yeah, that's the hand change. It was a bit tricky to get him in. You do need to be really, really sensitive with these figures. They cost a bit. You know, this one cost me something about £65. You know, I just want to be a bit careful with it. So I'll put this boy down here. And just want to do the same thing for TN. The first thing I'm going to do, obviously, is the head change for the figure. So the first thing, obviously, is you want to pull out this piece here. I practiced it off camera once because I don't want to break him. But yeah, it's stuck in pretty tight. Bring the figure out. So you've got this here, this little area here that the ball joint goes into. So I'm going to take TN's head off. Hopefully this doesn't break. Yeah, head comes off really easily, to be honest with you. It's not that bad. And then you stick the head. Ooh, got to be one thing. A piece of advice I'd give is make sure you adjust the ball joint on the neck before you place the figure on. You don't want to be breaking this. This will just ruin your whole figure. Then you're gonna have to buy one if you really like him. Basically, yeah, pretty hard to put back on. You know, I think it's a bit stiff, but yeah, there you go. Got him back on here, and then I'm gonna take off both hands. So both fists I'm going to take off. And then what you want to do, see they're a bit tight. Maybe because it's the first time, but just still be a little bit careful. I really hope this doesn't break. But yeah, so obviously first one here goes in. I thought they were actually connected, but I'm really glad that they're separated, the tri-beam hands. Otherwise, it just would have been such an effort to get these guys synced and aligned with. You guys can see on camera how difficult it is to put on. I'm probably going to do it off camera now because this is actually becoming a mission. I really don't want to break my figure on camera. So I'm going to do this one off camera and then just be back in 5 seconds. Okay, finally that is done. But honestly, it doesn't look that great. I tried my best to get the hands to be connected so it looks kind of seamless, but I just couldn't, honestly. It was difficult to put the hands on. That's one thing. Secondly, difficult to have them connect. So if you've got looking at the figure from like a certain angle, yeah, fair enough. It looks like he's had got the hands together, but just looking at him straight on, he really doesn't, honestly. I'm looking at the back bits behind the knees. They look so crap. But yeah, apart from that, I really like the figure, but I just can't seem to, you know, have the hands together. So like to give you an example, so now I've got the hands together. I've got him on this angle. And look, they just separate straight away. And if I want to do it a little bit like this, maybe I'm doing it wrong. Someone could probably show me or give me an idea on how I should do it right. Usually I'm really good with these poses, but it just doesn't look, kind of off, honestly. I'd probably just have him like this and do like a Darth Vader, like force choke or something like that. Like probably looks more intense. But yeah, I can't get the hands connected basically. But yeah, so good thing about the figure, he looks great, obviously. The hands, you know, he doesn't pose that well with the hands, but yeah, apart from that, he looks good. What don't I like? What do I like? This is going to be a super short list. This is obviously what I don't like. the fact that I can't have the hands connected. Maybe they could have done like a seamless hand, and then have you pick have the pegs go into the hands, and then you have them connected, kind of like the cross arms with Piccolo, with Vegeta. Those look a lot better. Or maybe they could actually have more pegs actually, in case they know, okay, this could break, but kind of knowing that they didn't do that. But yeah, it kind of just ruins it. Maybe some people can get some like super glue and have the figures connected, so have like the hands connected. That'll look cool. But yeah, it does not really do it for me. Second thing I really don't like about the figure on the back here is these parts right behind the knees. Oh, they look horrible. This looks like, it honestly, it ruins the figure for me. So I'm probably not going to have anything where I can see the figure from the back. So I'm probably going to have him displayed in an area where the back is like the wall's covered. I'm not going to have anything where I'm walking around the figure. And same thing with Chaozu. It's not that bad with Chaozu because of the color and the art just here on the back, but with Tien, it looks so obvious. Chaozu, probably I like the posing a little bit better. I said this from the start. I do like the way the figure looks. What do I like about him? Again, I said it looks great. This area here doesn't really come off, so which I really like. This looks quite secure as well. This part here on the shoulder, so it looks really good, and the face looks quite intense. Yeah, it looks good. Probably give it a 7 out of 10. One of my best figures to look at, apart from the parts on the back. But yeah, apart from that, these are the annoying bits do kind of ruin it, but I'm really glad I still picked this guy up. Put that back in. Is it gonna go? Oh, yep. See, so difficult to get that back in. But yeah, apart from that, guy looks great. Wouldn't really change too much about the figure. Okay, and finally here is a little size comparison with him and Yamcha. Yamcha's my favorite figure, I think top 5 definitely, if not the most favorite. Size comparison, Tien looks like he's a little bit taller. I don't have him standing straight. I'm kind of doing like a more of a dynamic pose, him just standing there looking all cool. But yeah, size comparison with Yamcha, size looks really good. I'm more used to Hot Toys at the moment, so these guys look quite small. I'm having both of them slouch as well a little bit. But yeah, they look great. And that's it really. I would say definitely pick this guy up if you don't have the original one. Even if you have the original one, I would definitely suggest this guy as well. I picked him up from Mexico City when I was traveling, but you can buy him on Toys Wonderland or Amazon. I would recommend Amazon on this one because Amazon probably do a little bit cheaper than what Toys Wonderland have. But definitely try and compare the prices. So yeah, definite buy for me, apart from, despite, you know, the things on the back of the knee, which you can see right now. This is my first ever review video, so please give me some suggestions of what I've done wrong, what I could do better, and what you'd like to see in the next video. I'm probably going to be doing a Piccolo, which is on the side actually now, or I'm going to be doing a Super Boo review next, and I'm definitely going to be doing Hot Toy reviews as well. So give me a shout what you want to see, and give me a shout about what you think I did right and what you think I did wrong. Thank you very much.